Only a little bit of it? Yeah, you know that kind of feeling when you fall asleep and then you're just kind of boom, awake, and you're like, nope, not asleep anymore. Well, that's where I am right now. So I figured that this would be a good thing to spend an evening on. So that's what we're doing. And then I got some more puzzles to do.
Another day has arrived. I'd best get my water before going to work.
I need to get to the neighboring tower in the future, but I know the other builders keep the entrance to the bridge locked. I saw a key on the table at the top of our tower. A few weeks ago, before I went to get more building supplies, I haven't been up there in a few days, so I'll need to check if it unlocks the bridge door. If the other towers ever become vacant, I might need to get across, so I'll have to keep this in mind. Okay, so I have a chest key. Yeah. Didn't you just say bucket of water? FOV is a little bit low, but the game's pretty short, so I shouldn't have to worry about it. It's a neat little perspective thing. So this character's other game, or this developer's other game, is a horror game, which I've kind of been aware of. I remember seeing it come out, and I think that's its face. It's a neat little piece of perspective. Fuckery. I tend to like these kinds of things, Zane. So here we are.
Weeks ago. I can only assume that the builders have met their fate by now. I believe it's safe enough for me to go and continue building higher yet from where they left off. I'll need to travel across the other two towers to get there, but I'm sure I can find a way.
But yeah, no, I tend to like these types of games, Zane. So we'll see what a short 30 minutes or so of this can do. For months we've been building faster than ever, yet it seems as though every time, or as if every time we complete a new level, the clouds rise higher and higher. I could have sworn we were close to them decades ago, but we're still not done yet. I can only hope that we're getting close. Signed, Bernie, the Great and Terrible. Are you into this sort of thing, Zane? Been building all day long, and Bernie the Great and Terrible has been sitting on his butt, acting as foreman. AKA, he doesn't do any work. He drinks all of our water and started locking my water chest. Just in case, he really does think he's above us all. Something red up there, like a flag. Locked doors. You like the idea of them? I love walking sims. Like, it's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. No problem. Enjoy the lurks, dude. Do what you gotta do. Just checking. That's the one I already read. Yep. I tend to almost always have problems with these types of games. Also seeing a little bit of frame stutter on the desktop capture, which is a little bit unfortunate. Hopefully it's not too bad. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just love the visuals of this. Okay, so I can't fall off. Kind of a disappointment, but... Found that door key, so I'm assuming I need to go back down to that bridge. You know, if I really wanted to get over there, don't need to worry about no locked doors. I'm just saying. If I really wanted to get over there... I can't believe today was the 100th anniversary of our tower. I know others have been building much longer, and now I wish that our grandparents had taken this whole thing more seriously. 100 years ago, they decided things were getting dangerous. And they didn't they see the problem 200 years ago? Or even longer? I'm still glad they started building, but I just wish we'd seen this coming.
It's been quite some time since I was on the second tower. I haven't crossed this bridge since the builders became greedy and took the supplies that were meant to come to our tower. Just like all the other towers, its inhabitants quickly grew desperate and aggressive. Now it stands empty.
But hello, Goldpoke. Happy your time zone. I guess I knew this day would come, but I didn't expect it to come this soon. Yesterday we started extreme rationing of our water. A few days back, we stopped getting supplies that we'd grouped, and we grouped the crew in our lift. We can only assume that they were stolen. The supplies for themselves ran out of water and food sources, or simply died. If we didn't get into the clouds soon, we might need to see if we can get some from the neighboring towers. I'm questioning the logistics of this end of the world solution of just building wooden towers into the sky, but I'm not going to think about it too much. FOV's a little low. Kinda thankful that this game's only about 30 minutes. Not really a knock against the game, I just wish that I could make the FOV wider. Wouldn't it be ironic if it rained now, after decades of building? Okay, that's the problem. It stopped raining. I gotcha. Now would be the perfect time, since it just started rationing our supplies more. But I have a good feeling about things. I know I've never seen rain myself, but grandmother always told me how wonderful it felt. It would be so surreal to be on the ground to see water for miles instead of desert and wasteland. I'm sure it will rain someday. We just need to survive until then. But yeah, no, just...
Install the rope cart on this level to get to the third tower. I should be able to use it to get across.
Like I was kind of saying a little bit earlier, I tend to really love games like this. What Remains of Edith Finch is one of my favorite games ever, and it's a walking simulator. I really like games like Abzu and Journey. I've also been a big fan of games like The Beginner's Guide and stuff of that sort. Stuff that is very, walking sim heavy. So I've never really been bothered by the lack of mechanics. I enjoy just kind of being in environments in video games and experiencing a narrative. And this popped up on Steam this morning, and it was free. And I was like, well, why not? Give it a look. I tried to be reasonable. I tried to talk to them, but those greedy little scumbags on Tower 1 don't want to share their supplies with us. I'm not going to die miles above the ground, drying up like a raisin, while other people watch. I'm going over there tonight to take everything I need, so I can last long enough to watch everyone else die. It does look interesting, doesn't it? It's free. Go get it. The FOV feels a little low. And before someone mentions, just check the settings menu. Nothing FOV related in here. So I guess in theory I could probably go into the settings and look at that, but the game files, but you'll probably play it tomorrow? Gotcha. Well, supposedly it's about 30 minutes. I'm assuming that the end of the game is that tower over there, so. Alright, well. I think we got everything that was up there. So I guess I just need to go spin this. The one thing that I think is kind of unfortunate about this game is if I end up enjoying it,
almost call this place beautiful if these dust storms weren't so suffocating.
The shtick seems to be it stopped raining,
I hope
and
I find what I'm looking for at the
Earth
fourth
is a big
tower.
old desert. And so they are building these towers to avoid them, or to avoid the dust storms. There's 2 notes here, so let's grab this. I couldn't be more frustrated right now. We're running out of water and running out of building supplies, and Carl just won't get along with me. At least 5 times a day, he pretends he's going to push me off the tower. I swear, if I do fall someday, it'll be his fault. God damn it, Carl. Yesterday, Heading fell off the tower. I don't know how it happened, but it was a shame, especially since he had the key to most of our water chests. We'll need to break the locked ones open soon, since we've almost emptied the other chests. I'll get wrecked, I guess. It's like, oh no, he's gonna push me off the tower. So-and-so pushed him, fell off the tower. Ah! God damn it, Carl. Pushed him off the tower. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think that this kind of, to me, seems more like visual atmosphere and less logic. I'm kind of just ignoring the theme of building giant towers to avoid dust storms. And just kind of... Because there was also the hint earlier that they're going down to the surface to get supplies from time to time, but to build. I guess they're just catching moisture from up here is, I guess, the logic. So these are like giant water towers essentially, but they're also like using them as spaces to live, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of a neat idea visually. I love the art style of this though, the kind of hand-drawnness of it. I just can't get over it. Hayden gives the absolute best reactions when I mess with him. There we go. For the past week, I've been pretending to get mad and shove my arms at him, as if to push him off the tower. I don't think he will ever get... I don't think this will ever get old. And I can tell Heading loves it. Heading? I don't know how to say that name, but I'm clearly didn't. They should read each other's diaries. They might get further in life.
Looks like I'll need to fix this bridge.
Stack of planks required. Stack of planks acquired. Just like Staples Business Depot. That was easy.
It's hard to believe that I'm the last one here. I never thought it would end like this. Makes you wonder what the whole point was in the first place.
Out of everyone on this earth, our families were just the only ones who took the water crisis seriously. We were the ones who started building. We were mocked and told we were insane. We were the ones who everyone else looked to when the lakes and rivers dried up. Our blueprints were the ones that were stolen as people became desperate. Out of everyone on this earth, we are the ones who deserve to survive. The clouds are brimming with liquid life, but we are still so evasive. We've been building for a long time, and we're not done yet. We'll have to go further. We have further to go. We will climb the clouds. This evening, Kevin made a really cheesy speech about how we will prevail, and how we are the only descendants of the great ones who deserve life. It was honestly the cringiest speech I've ever heard. I don't like this piece of writing. And that's really saying a lot, considering there's stuff he's been saying lately. He keeps referring to himself in the third person, and only really responds to us if we call him Son of Zeklar. So they're going insane? Is that what you're saying? What's up, mind? Yellow. Late night vibes. Keeping it chill. Got this and some puzzles to do. I see hammer. I might as well take all of the things. I'm sure they wouldn't give them to me if I didn't need them. Bit. Okay. I don't know how I'm sawing these planks in my pocket, but I won't question it. Damn, that's a lot of planks. You know, just building a... No wonder they're building platforms to the sky. It's like... You can just like...
This place really is beautiful, even with the dust storms. It's peaceful in a way. I've been working on that tower my whole life and never once stopped to appreciate what we'd spent our lives building. We only looked up to the clouds, hoping we'd someday reach them, so we could prolong our lives. But now that everyone's gone, I know any attempt I might make at accomplishing that would be futile. Rather than spending the rest of my life building a tower, maybe it's time I took a break. It's been a long time, but I think I'm finally done.
That was interesting. I was expecting him to jump off and then it to start raining. That's what I was expecting. But it's not the way it went. I'm kind of disappointed. Definitely worth the free download. I don't know if it's necessarily selling me on this person's other games. The thing is, this person's other game is like down. You can see it down in the bottom right? It's a horror game, and I was kind of mentioning this earlier. That throughout the the problem that I'm having with this game is it's not selling me on his other game, and I think it exists as like a thing to sell you on their other game, because their other game's a horror game, right? And it's like super loud and spooky and shocky, and I'm like, that's not what I'm into. But if they had an FOV slider, I'd play a 2-hour version of this. Is that what it is? Is it a game jam game? I mean, sure, but like, or still a big ad for his other game. I don't know. It's interesting. I enjoyed that. It's free. Go give it a download. Go give it a review. Go say it's interesting. I don't know. I liked it. All right, I got some puzzles to do, so let's do that. Give me a second here and I'll set it up.